Kurumjay, a very good afternoon. You are watching Afternoon English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. High tension prevails in Tafo area of Senapati district after midnight arson attacks and heavy gunfire, leaving a CRPF personnel injured. Ex-Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren leaves for Delhi amid public agitation for NRC over census after summoned by central leadership. And East Bengal crowned champions of 135th Durand Cup after thrashing arch rivals Mohun Bagan Supergiant by 4-1 in high voltage Kolkata Derby final. And now the top stories. High tension prevail in Tafo area of Senapati district following midnight arson attacks and heavy exchange of gunfire between two groups, leaving a central security personnel injured and bringing normal life to a grinding halt. According to reports received by SKTV News, unidentified miscreants set several houses ablaze in both Tafo Kuki and Tafo Naga villages, starting around 2:40 a.m. Among the targeted properties in Tafo Naga area were residences belonging to Paumai Naga residents from Lai and Fuwa villages situated near the 9th Manipur Rifles Battalion post in Maraimai area. At least 2 houses were completely reduced to ashes in the fire. The arson triggered heavy crossfire between armed groups around 9:20 a.m. A 54-year-old personnel belonging to the 36th Battalion of CRPF sustained a bullet injury to his leg amid the exchange of gunfire. The injured personnel was immediately evacuated to Senapati District Hospital for emergency medical treatment. The personnel later stated that the origin of the gunfire could not be determined due to heavy simultaneous firing from both sides. As the gunfight intensified, local villages, particularly Liangmai community, residing in the vicinity, were seen fleeing to safer zones to escape the violence, with video footage of the displacement circulating widely on social media. In response to the arson attacks, widespread outrage erupted among local residents who staged vehement protests at Senapati Gate. Agitators burnt tires and blocked major thoroughfares, severely disrupting vehicular movement, commercial activities and daily life across the district. The situation on the ground remains volatile with simmering communal tensions. Additional state and central security forces have rushed to the area to conduct area domination, prevent further flare-ups and restore public order. Amid widespread public agitation and demanding implementation of NRC in the state, Ex-Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren departed for New Delhi today after being summoned by central leadership. According to report received by SKTV News, the former Chief Minister left Imphal International Airport abroad on Air India Express flight at 9:05 a.m. While the exact agenda of the high-level meeting remains unconfirmed, sources indicate the visit is likely aimed at deliberating on the prevailing state situation and the public demand, urging the centre to conduct NRC exercise prior to nationwide census. The development follows Biren's recent visit to the national capital last week, where he held discussions with the Union Home Minister Amit Shah regarding the state's security and political landscape before returning on the 8th. on the 18th. Speaking to media persons earlier, Biren stated that he had apprised the Union Home Minister of the need to temporarily defer census operations in Manipur in favor of prioritizing NRC. He had also expressed optimism that the Union Home Ministry will initiate concrete action on the matter. In a parallel development, a delegation of Manipur BJP MLAs is currently camping in New Delhi to engage central leaders on the ongoing NRC demand. The delegation has already met with the Union Minister of Textiles as a part of their consultations. Security forces have apprehended an active cadre of the proscribed Revolutionary People's Front, People's Liberation Army (RPF-PLA). Police recovered substantial cache of arms, ammunition and tactical gear across different operations in Manipur. According to statement released, a joint operation was launched by personnel of Imphal East District Police Commando and 28 Assam Rifles, acting on specific intelligence provided by the 4th Mahar Regiment. The combined team conducted an extensive search operation at the full hills of Senapati, falling under the jurisdiction of Sagulmang Police Station. The search led to recovery of a 7.62 mm SLR with a magazine, a 5.56 mm Insas rifle with 2 magazines, a 9 mm pistol with magazine, 1 pumpy gun, 1 country-made lethal weapon, 2 single-barrel rifles, 3 number 36 hand grenades, 1 2-inch mortar shell and 45 live rounds of assorted ammunition. In a separate operation, Kokching District Police Commandos apprehended an active cadre belonging to the banned RPF-PLA outfit from Kiamgai Awanglekai under the jurisdiction of Lilong Police Station. The arrested person has been identified as Namirakpam Sanju alias Nganba, age 35 years, son of late N. Warjit, a resident of Kiamgai Awanglekai. Security personnel seized an AK series assault rifle, an SMG carbine, 9 assorted magazines, 737 live rounds of varied calibers, along with 3 bulletproof plates and 3 bulletproof jackets from his possession. Women folk of Kaishamthong Moirang Ningthoglerag, Nambul Mapal staged a sit-in protest in their locality today, demanding an NRC update in the state before a census is conducted. During the protest, jointly organized by the Sana Janmasthan Club and Leirak Ahom Mairapaibi Kaishamthong, demonstrators displayed several placards denouncing the government's plan to conduct the census before updating the Manipur NRC. Speaking on the sidelines, Moirang Ningthoglerag Nupilov member Kesham Nandini alleged that the government's plan to conduct the census without implementing the NRC is a conspiracy to wipe out the indigenous people of the state. She further questioned why the government is reluctant to conduct the census after identifying illegal immigrants in the state. Nandini went on to decry that the government has remained a silent spectator even as illegal immigrants are allegedly waging war against the indigenous population. She warned that the government will be held accountable for any consequences if it forcefully proceeds with the census before the NRC is updated.
NRC hana tawraga census na ko na taw pamba kay gumba census hana tawraga di akoy gi mito khantok pa ngamaroy ba mito sara yawsalani akoy Manipur che mito na pithalani ba khara leraga di akoy Manipur je indigenous people singse loy na mutlani ba aduna akoy na mani je NRC hana tawraga census na ko na taw pamje ba NRC tawbiro NRC loraga census ko na tawbiro ba asi tawge di am laina sendana tawba yari adu makoy ji kadi lai ba no khangge akoy gi indigenous people singse loy na muthal lagi na khanra khangde ba aduna tawdam ne da ko ji pende adi da mata NRC ji hana tawngoi da makta census ko na tawna ba da makta ko na maka income hamjaban.
Meitei Community Joint Coordinating Committee in short MCJCC, Waitho, Kiam, Kiam Safai, Haukha and Thobal Kuno under the aegis of Campaign for Just and Fair Delimitation held torch rally from Thobal Babu Bazar to Thobal Bazar last night. The protesters demanded implementation of NRC before conducting any census and called for safe return and resettlement of displaced persons to their original homes. 18 Club Women Wing Vice President Akoijam Chitra stated that the government cannot conduct census against public sentiment. She noted that Meitei homes across Churachandpur, More and Kangpokpi remained destroyed since May 2023, leaving those areas completely devoid of Meitei residents. The committee urged the government to identify illegal immigrants using 1951 as the base year before starting census operations. They also highlighted lack of free movement along national highways connecting the hills and valley. Warning of intense public agitation if their demands are ignored, the MCJCC announced complete boycott of both door-to-door and online census work. Government employees under the jurisdiction of the 18 clubs were also told to avoid all census training sessions.
Just and a fair delimitation.
Rashtrahit Sarvopari Sangathan has urged the urgent measures to protect Manipur's demographic balance, cultural identity, indigenous rights and economic interests. It warned that unchecked demographic changes could pose a threat to the state's stability and national security. In a press note issued on Monday, National Vice President A.M. Indrajit, also known as M.M. Mairaba, said the organization has placed 4 main demands, including implementation of NRC in Manipur with 1951 as the base year, granting scheduled tribe status to Meitei community in accordance with constitutional provisions, comprehensive fencing and strengthening of international borders to curb illegal influx. It also demanded handing over management and operations of National Hydroelectric Power Corporation, in short NHPC, projects to Manipur government to ensure greater state revenue and local benefits from natural resources. The organization said the measures were necessary to safeguard indigenous heritage, strengthen national frontiers and promote long-term peace and development in Manipur. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News. Welcome back. You are watching Afternoon English Bulletin on Sktv'S. Now proceeding with other news. Agricultural operations across multiple districts have ground to a halt following the disruption of water release from Loktak lift irrigation, in short LLI canals. The crisis emerged after daily wage and muster roll employees of the Water Resources Department (WRD) went on strike in protest against a recent government order terminating workers aged above 60 years. The agitation has led to an immediate shutdown of both main channels, the Ningthokong to Moirang and Ningthokong to Imphal canals, leaving hundreds of dependent farmers stranded without essential irrigation. Addressing the media at LLI Pump House, Farmers Representative Irengbam Newton stated that the water stoppage has hit at a critical juncture when fields urgently required water for tittling, nursery bed preparation, showering and fertilizer application. The farming community has appealed to the state government to temporarily defer or extend the termination orders of the staff, urging authorities to immediately restore canal water flow to avert severe agricultural losses.
Jadrun lau riba laumi singde kok tapudha pai budu oire maramde hau kai takpa matam pengba matam semba matam har saiba matam sida hariba department sigi lairiba daily wages master roll staff sing se termination da thokna maram moraga makhoi gi oiba pendraba kholau strike tawna maram moraga ising thabagi thabaksi khanghodana lepkhebani aduga praja gi maikai dagi laumi gi maikai dagi ngasi gi panbiriba laingak loisingi mafamda amadi government gi maikai da appeal tawjaning bade hariba staff sing se government gi thabak thoram da koina khuting janjabadi na chade masi praja amagi miyam gi kholauni matam khara ikoi extension pibira kanda makhoi bu matam sangna wamina raglaba amadi puminarli badai ta mayam sigi waroi silama yamna phajaba level da lotion biraganda laumi sinda nangiba hojik nangiba ising pamaba matam sida ising phangdabagi awaba mayokna ribasi kokna na banga sigi panbiri balaingang na amutang ahakpa miyeng hakchin ma miyeng yengbira praja miyam gi awabasi amutang kokhan binalbagi dama ngasigi press meet che pangthok jabani.
On Monday began a 6-day capacity building program on ethnic conflict, land resources and development in northeast India at the Department of Anthropology, attended by scholars and experts to deliberate on important challenges confronting Manipur and the northeast. Organized by the Malavia Mission Teachers Training Center, Manipur University, under the Ministry of Education, Government of India, the program will continue till August 29. Vice Chancellor Professor R.K. Hemakumar, who attended the inaugural program as chief guest, described the theme as highly relevant to Manipur's present situation and stressed the importance of documenting the academic deliberations for future reference. Director of MMTTC, Manipur University, Professor R.K. Bhubon, said ethnic tensions in northeast are closely linked to identity, land, resources, governance and development. He called for greater focus on peace building, reconciliation, equitable development and effective governance beyond a security-centered approach. Professor M.C. Arun Kumar and Professor Hobijam Vokendro also addressed the gathering, highlighting the need for evidence-based academic inquiry and diverse perspectives. During the program, scholars will discuss ethnic violence, internally displaced persons, demographic change, illegal immigration, land and resources. They will also discuss federalism and autonomy, border security, India-Myanmar relations, environmental justice, cultural heritage, conflict transformation and peace building. The program will also examine the historical and cultural relationships among communities through folklore and puya traditions. The 11th Raising Day celebration of Armed Forces Ex-servicemen Welfare Association, in short, Wefeswa Thoubal, was held at Sai Mandir Thoubal Wangmataba in Thoubal district, marking 11 years of implementing various welfare initiatives for the families of ex-servicemen. The function was graced by retired Lieutenant General N.L. Nishikanta, retired Wing Commander A.K. Devendra, retired Colonel I.S. Chanam Singh and retired Colonel P. Gopendra as the main dignitaries. During the function, the ex-servicemen shared their experiences, challenges and joys they encounter both during their service days and after retirement. Speaking at the function, retired Lieutenant General L. Nishikanta highlighted various issues currently faced by ex-servicemen in Manipur and discussed ways to resolve them. He further said that efforts are being made to establish an army recruitment center in the state similar to other states to provide better opportunities for the youths of Manipur to join the army profession. A 4-day hands-on workshop on follicular unit extraction, in short FUE, hair transplantation and trichology commenced today at SIF Hair Transplant and Aesthetic Center at Ghari. Renowned trichologist and hair transplant surgeon Dr. Vinay Choksi is leading the technical sessions as the primary resource person, guiding participants through the comprehensive training modules. The inaugural day focused on foundational concepts, theoretical principles and instrumentation used in trichology. According to the organizers, the second day will cover patient management and live clinical training, followed by advanced practical procedures on live patients on day 3. The workshop will conclude on the 4th day with participant evaluation interviews and certificate distribution.
Our team is Mumbai Dr. Vinay Choksi, Indian Institute of Trichology and Hair Transplant. Asida lead Tauraga, Magi Tambagi, transplant Amasung Trichology, Tambagi certification and Tambagi Mana Kudongsa Pizza, collaborate Tauraga, Sida Putaraga. Manipur sida khudong saba apagi tamjani ba mi sing sida khudong saba pi na bani even trichology bo mayam loi tamjage ai interest le gadi somda dum ba khoi gi through da gi tam bi ba dum ya gani si sina apagi Manipur sida thabak tawjaning ba thabak su hena Manipur se chapkhat ba akhoi gi thabak yam tawjaning ba trichology gi field da sida sumoi mating oi gani khali.
Laikok Chanba of Lainingthau Sadong Apanba, a consecration ritual for official recognition of the Lainingthau Sadong Apanba, was held at the sacred site of Sylvan deity located at Thinungai in Bishnupur district. The event was jointly organized by Thinungai Umanglai Development Committee, Lainingthau Sanamahi Thaugallup, Thinungai and Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board LSTB, Haying Khongbal Ufong Yumpham. During the ceremony, an official recognition certificate was handed over, declaring this sacred site of Lainingthau Sadong Apanba in Thinungai as an officially recognized holy site under the LSTB. Speaking in this regard, the member secretary of Lainingthau Sanamahi Temple Board, Sadam Gandharaj, stated that the ceremony was conducted after LSTB considered a proposal from Thinungai Umanglai Development Committee and Lainingthau Sanamahi Thaugallup Thinungai to grant official recognition to the sacred site. He added that LSTB will work in coordination with the local caretakers and managing bodies to protect, preserve and conduct the annual rituals and duties at the site. Gandharaj also said that active efforts are being made to soon grant official recognition and conduct Laikok Chanba rituals for other unrecognized sacred sites located across the state.
Sakangsi Satnaron with Lainingthau Sanamahi Bota, Hariba, Sakangsi, Kizabagalona, Subumba, Aruba, Ubamasi, Sakangsi Pibagalona, Lalu Sale, Bota, Sakangle, Boti, Masalu Sangamo, Hibagi, Adum Yang Maru, Torum, Nasi Pampo Fish. Adun Matung the Zoo, Sisa Labanina, Mapamji, Kogi Yamsanba, Kosanba, Kogi Pau Pongarakanda, the Gendo Zingi, Sahiba, Maki Masinjing, Kogi Port, Hanarakanda, Matamatam Giboina, Regidi, Amata Woyrabanina, Masalo, some Woyrabanina, a quick Torum, Bangkok, Navagi, Tanzania, quick Lozaki.
The prize distribution ceremony for statewide Meet May competition will be held on the 26th at Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy Auditorium. The written competition was previously organized across 6 valley districts on the 2nd of this month. According to a press release by Milal Kanglepak's General Secretary, students from classes 1 to 10 took part in the contest. The ceremony was originally scheduled for the 18th. However, it was postponed due to 48-hour general strike called by JFD. The event has now been finalized for the 26th at JNMDA Auditorium. Milal has urged all position holders and prize-winning students to attend the function without fail. And now the sports news. East Bengal FC were crowned champions of the 135th edition of Durand Cup after commanding 4-1 victory over arch rivals Mohun Bagan Supergiant in the Kolkata Derby final at Vivekananda Yuva Bharati Kirangan Stadium yesterday. With this win, the Red and the Gold Brigade lifted the prestigious trophy for a record 17th time. The final saw East Bengal seize early control when Manipuri forward Thongnaujam Bipin broke the deadlock in the 10th minute to open the scoring. Atmun Larindika then delivered a stellar performance, netting the remaining 3 goals to seal a decisive win. Mohun Bagan's lone response came from Mandir Singh, who found the back of the net in 33 minutes. Manipuri footballers featured prominently in the high-stakes clash. The championship-winning East Bengal squad included Thongnaujam Bipin, Thongnaujam Jackson and Boris Thangjam, while Mohun Bagan Supergiant featured Manipur's Tekcham Abhishek. Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh attended the summit clash as the chief guest and presented the trophies, medals and awards to both the champions and the runners-up. Organized by the Indian Armed Forces, the 135th edition of Asia's oldest football tournament kicked off on July 23rd and featured 24 teams competing across 5 venues. And now before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at headlines once again. High tension prevails in Tafo area of Senapati district after midnight arson attacks and heavy gunfire, leaving a CRPF personnel injured. Ex-Chief Minister Nongthombam Biren leaves for Delhi amid public agitation for NRC over census after summoned by central leadership. And East Bengal crowned the champions of 135th Durand Cup after tracing arch rivals Mohun Bagan Supergiant by 4-1 in high voltage Kolkata Derby final. Well, that's all we have in this afternoon bulletin. Thank you for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, have a great day.